questions?
Mr. Thompson, we're live.
Okay. I don't believe we don't need to take an executive action on this. Is that right, Sherry? We don't need to make a motion or anything? Okay. Well, with that, we have Forest Service suggestions and comments at 11:30. That's right now with Larry. Hopefully he's sitting outside there. Thank you, Brian and Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So Forest Service suggestions and comments, is this stuff you know about?
Sherry asked for this to be on the agenda based off an email that Director Laxton sent us.
There's Mr. Larry.
No, that's who I am too. It looks like a bunch of new lawsuits to me.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. Enjoying the sunshine.
Where have you been?
So this is Forest Service suggestions and comments?
So this is, I sent you guys a letter that came from the Farm Bureau, and they want comments on the Forest Service, oops, I apologize, on any issues that you're having with them. And Commissioner Mopin asked me to put that on there. I actually sent in a comment from myself personally, just because the day before I got this, one of the, and I shared this with you, one of the district rangers told me that if we don't stop snowmobile incursions in a certain area, he's gonna use the Wolverine to cut snowmobiling out, which was a threat.
Yeah.
Using a species, and I wrote the whole thing down, said in.
He actually said that to you?
Yeah, in the middle of a meeting. So the guys all come up to me, what are you gonna do, Larry? So I sent the letter in, and I know that the head of the Grazing Association has sent one in. Mark Woods sent 3 of them in. I think this is a good one for you guys to discuss and make a decision. And some suggestions would be, you could talk about, I don't know if you read that email I sent you from Utah.
I did.
Yeah, that was really something. And then Montana just sent out one that they're going to support Utah. Plus, they're asking them to get rid of the not the recommended wilderness, but the study areas. We've got study areas on the Payette that have been study areas for 30 years that nobody's ever done anything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. They're just, what do they call it? Future wilderness?
It's just called no, recommended wilderness. The recommended wilderness has been out for 30 years now, and it just sits there. You know, and it's changed. And according to everything I've read out of the forest plan, they need to re-examine that every 5 years, and it is not getting re-examined. So,
You just leave it on the books and.
yeah. So basically what happens now is I can leave you with another one of these, and you guys can kind of discuss this. There's a lot of topics. One of the things that bothers me, to be honest with you guys, is I don't think they talk to you guys enough. They'll come in and tell you what they're doing. They don't come in and say, hey, here's what we think we're doing. What do you think?
They never do that.
No, and that one thing, and I think, commissioners, every time I go to a Forest Service meeting, the first thing I'll talk about is because they're complaining about what a horrible time it is. And I said, no, this isn't a horrible time. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for us to team up and work together and get all this stuff done. And I don't think they treat us as part of the team. I wish they did. Don't get me wrong. There are people with the Forest Service that would like to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
I will always build up Yasha over on the council district. He's been so awesome to work with. He's one of those guys. He's my go-to guy for some of my information now. that Brian Harris decided to desert us, which I remind him of once a month. I call him and remind him.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Anyway, so that's where I am on this stuff. I've sent you all three of you the information on the Utah bill, which is amazing. Looks like a whole bunch of fraternities are going to make a whole bunch of money, and the Montana bill, which is just to support the Utah bill.
I mean,
Neil,
go
I
ahead.
put this on there. I actually had Larry put it on there specifically for you because you had talked about, wanting to have a conversation with the Forest Service. Well, this is the time to do that. They're asking for recommendations. The Roadless Commission is something I want to talk to them about because I think that Roadless Commission needs to be looked at and what their purpose and intent is. So, and I agree with Larry that we hear about things after the fact, especially with the species designations, instead of getting more proactive. That might be a bit on us though too, because Larry's right, they don't come in often enough, but we're the ones that initiate that. Maybe we need to start asking them to come in quarterly. I don't know.
I mean, to me, it'd be a good idea, but I don't want somebody coming in here and talking at me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I
saying?
know exactly what you're saying.
I want to feel like we're part of the solution to whatever problem that's laying there. And I never feel like they even consider us as part of a solution.
And we can be. We can help them out so much.
Hugely.
There's so many things we can do to save the time, save money. I was thinking the other day, just in the McCall New Meadows district. Remember 6 years ago when we were looking at one of the big projects was the Boulder project. Of course, that got thrown in court. They got sued to get thrown out. So they broke that into the Granite Meadows project. And we worked on that for 2.5 years, and that decided all of a sudden they threw that and split it into two more projects called Granite Goose and Granite Slope. And millions of dollars in NEPA money has been spent on these things, and we still don't have a project.
Don't have a problem.
There's not a thing happening. And I would like to know from them, is there something the county can do to help them get over the edge and start getting, this forest needs to be treated. And thank you very much for saying something about roadless, because that just drives me crazy. I brought roadless up at the PFC, the BFC many, many times, and I can't get a straight answer out of them.
Do you think it's because they really don't know?
Closest I can get is they will say, well, if we do that, then we have to do more NEPA.
Yeah.
And as NEPA is always that tool, and it's not the tool it should be. It should be a tool to get things done, not things to get things not done.
I was reading in, I don't know if it was from Crapo. I don't think it was from Crapo. I think it was from either Rish or Russ Fulcher, that they're going to be looking at that NEPA Act and see if they can, streamline that thing, do something with it, because it's destroyed our forest.
The first time Trump was president, they actually streamlined NEPA. They made they gave them, you've got 30 days to get this part of the process done, 30 days to get this part of the process done. And they gave him deadlines. And as soon as he was out, then they went back to the old method,
Whole way.
which
Yeah.
is forever. I agree.
Yeah, I hope they can. pull
Maybe
off
that's,
something like
maybe
that.
that's what you guys should do for sending this in, is talk about streamlining NEPA and the cost. Not only the cost financially, but the cost to our forest, because it's burning down.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about it the other day, everybody's blaming everything on fire, but why did the fires get so bad? We got bug kill up there that's just been ignored for how many years? We got whole areas up there that are dead and dying, and we don't treat it, so guess what? It burns.
That's
We
what
lose,
happened.
we lose the good with the bad.
That's what happened when NEPA came in. They shut down logging, and then the forest suffers.
Yes.
It's been hard. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm kind of waiting to hear back. I sent my comment in 2 weeks ago, and I have an understanding from some of the guys on the Farm Bureau that we would hear back fairly quickly on any comments we make.
See, what I take issue with is that guy, who, was he a district ranger that said about the Wolverine?
That's a district ranger.
See, that has no place.
No.
That would be a comment I'd send right to Fulcher.
Well, it's in.
Say, do you believe this? This is what this guy said. We don't take threats very well, and that's not right. You know, you talk about the people of this county, this state, being held hostage. Yeah, that doesn't fly. Somebody needs to hold him accountable, and that's above our pay grade.
Best thing that could happen is if we become a team again.
Oh, absolutely, I agree.
So is this something that one of us wants to take and coordinate these comments and put them in after approval from the commission? Or do you want to go ahead and complete the form on your own and just do that individually?
I've sent one in. I'd like you guys to do it individually. You've got till the 11th of April to get them in. And, I mean, the more the merrier, let's
Okay.
face it.
Okay, remember that if you send them in individually, do not put that you're a county commissioner.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Put some weight behind it, Sherry.
That's what I'm saying. You want to coordinate and approve them so that we can put on it that it is coming from the county commissioners.
Yeah,
Because that probably makes a little more sense, but,
it does.
um,
I agree. It does make more sense. And you can always send one in as a group and send another one individually.
I think it'd be good as a board to send one in, and then, yeah, we can do it individually, and that, they probably wouldn't appreciate my comments, so maybe I should do it as an individual. I try to be nice.
so,
With how
so
the,
why don't both of you maybe send me whatever your thoughts would be? And then I will put it on the agenda for next week to approve, and then we'll get it into the form.
yeah, because the form makes it a little difficult to like send in a letter from all of us, or, I mean, they're asking for
Yeah.
Ranger District, the personnel that were, so on the county side, I don't know that I have a lot yet.
I was surprised at the way they put that together myself.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and put all their names on it. Because when it comes down to it, it's the forest supervisor that's responsible, not necessarily the district rangers.
And he's brand new.
Brand new.
Have you even had a discussion with him at all?
Yeah, I was pretty impressed. I think he's pretty open-minded, but he's also got the burden of all these mines that they're trying to put in right now and all the lawsuits that go with that. So it's kind of hard to get him down and to the nitty-gritty.
Like, he was in here in that one big
Yes.
meeting, wasn't he? Yeah, I got to meet him then.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, I think he's gonna work well with us, so, we just need to have them come back in once in a while and talk to us, and that's kind of on us too, so. All right, well, I'm not gonna worry about coordination then. You guys just go ahead and put your comments into the form. And we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'll bring you something next week, that you can throw in with it for a, or a letter for,
Thanks.
for all of us from the commission.
I think, Neil, looks like with this form, it's gonna have to be individual.
We
And it's
can't,
asking,
we can't send one from the board. It'd be individuals only.
Well, have you looked at how the form is?
I haven't yet.
The form will make it difficult to do it as a board. I mean, we could probably still do it, but
I don't think they're going to refuse anything. It is the Farm Bureau afterwards. I mean, that wants to get the lead on this thing.
Right.
yeah, Neil, send them to me, I'll help with that. Or, if Larry wants to figure out with you how to do this, but it's, it's asking for specific decisions, the impact to the county. I mean, it's very specific in nature to an incident. It's not just general comments. It's specific to an incident.
The decision is always forest plan. That way we don't have to get down into the dirty of it.
Right.
But everybody I know that has done it has used the forest plan as the plan. And a lot of the grazers are using it. If you read the grazing contract, which is really interesting, once they sign a contract, even though the Forest Service owns the land, the grazers own the grass. And the comment was, well, then you guys are going in and do prescribed fire burning our grass.
Sure.
Are you gonna reimburse us for the grass? So that's another fun time for all to be had.
And plus, with the forest being overgrown, grasses aren't near as good as they used to be.
Yep.
And I've heard that from,
Gotta get opened
sheep
up, let the
herders
grass
and
grow.
ranchers both. So it's, it's,
Do you have any, I mean, could you put together some specific examples of like how the roadless may be affected county access directly, or so that we could put something together as a board?
I don't think roadless is gonna, access isn't really affected any different than it's always been. What's affected is the lack of management on the roadless area. That's the issue.
mhm.
And there's not really anybody giving us straight answers on that. And I was hoping one of you guys are gonna fill that roadless commission position that's open right now.
I have just reached out to the gentleman that's in charge of that, so we will be discussing that.
From the Boise?
Jim something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got, guys.
Okay. Well, Larry, appreciate the presentation. That's,
I'm always liking to talk about this stuff.
oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite.
Thank you.
So
We can't
it's,
just talk about it. We have to find solutions.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
so
100%.
I haven't seen an email for BFC. Isn't that this week?
No, this week you'll get the agenda.
Oh, it's
and
next
it'll be
week.
the first of next week. It'll be
Okay.
the Thursday next week.
Uh,
I haven't seen anything either, so.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing it.
I know Dave canceled the VRCA
Yes.
meeting
Yeah.
this month.
As soon as I see those agendas, even though I know you're getting them, I'm gonna send them anyway.
That's great.
Just double dip.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Larry. Have a great day, bud.
You too.
Well,
All right,
what's that?
thanks, guys.
What, Sherry?
We'll see you next week.
You bet. With that, we will be adjourned.